Good morning. Astro Squirrel here on a Sunday morning cleaning edition. I'm in my kitchen cleaning, and I just finished watching a video talking about how our Earth experiences toroidal energy, which I don't have to go into right now, but in a nutshell, it has to do with the idea of simultaneous timelines, which I've talked about before, which I won't get into right now because it's still Sunday morning here in Queen Creek, Arizona. Just getting my cleaning stuff. I thought I would multitask because that's what Astro Squirrels do. And I just wanted to give you a little update on what's going on with the planets today. The sun is at 18 degrees Gemini. It's almost exact to forming an inconjunct with Saturn. So even though the sun's in Gemini, there's a little bit of a twist pulling our energy, our physical vitality down. Not as expressive as it could be, and that's combined with the moon moving into square with the sun from Virgo, which would cause you to analyze your emotions more. Well, look, I'm cleaning. It's a Virgo moon. That's the thing to do when the moon's in Virgo. Mercury is in Cancer. So our thought process is where yours is typically around this time of year. For me, it's just sort of a pervading emotional, but more reactive than emotional. Let's put it that way. Venus has moved into Gemini, which, if you've been, well, on a very mundane, superficial level, if you've been overeating the last month or so, or feeding your Venus and Taurus, your appreciation for taste, beauty, things like that, you may be able, I mean, this is really lightweight, but you may be able to lighten up your diet, but it also may make you interested in expressing your Venus energy, your relating to beauty, food, etc., just in a more sort of outgoing, scatterish way. Mars is at 15 Cancer. So Mars is moving into the opposition with Saturn. At the same time, the sun is inconjuncting Saturn, and the moon's getting ready, well, actually to trine Saturn. But everyone's sort of, well, not sort of, everyone's has a feeling that something is up, something is impending. Pulling my ephemeris back up. Here's my ephemeris, so you know what I'm talking about. Can you see that? That's what I'm reading when I'm talking to you. Here's the big deal I see, that we're moving, of course, we're in eclipse season. That means the moon cycles indicate something more significant. For starters, on July 16th, the full moon, which is a partial lunar eclipse, to me, that's the one to really pay attention to, even though it's only June 9th right now. July 16th, the full moon, whatever you're feeling that may be impending, I think it will become more apparent at that time, because the full moon will be at 23 degrees and it will really activate that degree of Pluto, the thing that's changing everything right now, with Pluto going through Capricorn. If you go back a year, 2 years to my posts or videos that can no longer be found on YouTube. Sorry, don't reference them. Anyway, Pluto going through Capricorn is an upheaval of what some people are calling the patriarchy. I'd like to just call it the hierarchy. I think that's far more descriptive. So that combined with Uranus through Taurus, which is also changing things as we know it. So this partial lunar eclipse on July 16th is going to activate that point, because Saturn is very close to approaching the Pluto conjunction. Saturn, which indicates our responsibilities, what we need to do to work. It's conjuncting Pluto, which is changing everything, because Pluto, as you may have seen in my post previously this week, is the bomb, the transformation. You don't have to don't look at that literally. Look at it figuratively. How it's going to play out literally is truly anyone's guess. But the only way to make sense of it is to frame it in relation to your personal transformation. Okay, I'm skirting around. That's what I do. That's why I'm Astro Squirrel. Jupiter today, the sun is almost opposing Jupiter. That will magnify the Gemini energy of the sun. T-square from Neptune. There's still things that are confused. If you're able to just ride with it and do what you do and not pay attention much to the energies, good for you. It's a great thing if you can go through life like that. I find personally, if you take a snapshot and feel what the energies are right now, and if you ground yourself in that moment, that your opportunity to move from that moment in the best possible way will be amplified. So this is why I give the snapshot. There's just bits and pieces. And then just a step further, there's just so much going on right now with the planets. I highly recommend, if you don't want to schedule time with a professional, to go to astro.com and begin to research the free resources there and learn about learn about your chart, and then you can begin to learn about how you're being affected by what's going on, so you can live your best possible life. Everything that's happening, we're all part of something pretty great in an era change. So same as always, be clear about where you're at this point, because in one sense, this is all that's real, is what's here right now. So get as clear as possible about that, and from that point, make a conscious decision about what your role is for the best possible outcome. Thank you for spending the time with me. If you have questions, general questions about the astrological climate, feel free to comment underneath the video and ask them. If you want more specific questions designed to your chart, that's something you'll either have to research on the internet or schedule a consultation. Thank you again. Best wishes for your Sunday, and I'm going to clean a sink. See you next time.